over Convenient Deli. Well, it was not a hostile takeover, right? So tell us a little bit about. So tell us a little bit about your business backgrounds and how you ended up now being the new owners of Convenient.
Alrighty, Amr, do you want me to start or?
Sure, go ahead.
All right, so we both have a very similar background. Our father started his first gas station in downtown New Paltz, which basically led us to the place where we are now. So it got us the background of customer service, dealing in a convenience store, you know, managing, sorry about that, still at work, dealing with customers on a daily basis, dealing with ordering and dealing with all that stuff just is second nature to us just because of having the mobile downtown from the deli. So really working there all of our lives, well, half our life, because then we moved into his company and played other roles and learned the business full circle. And once we accomplished, you know, A to Z in learning that business, we decided to apply it ourselves, being together, just us four brothers, not working for our dad in his company.
Yeah, so just to build on what Khalil said, we've been in town for, you know, since the early 80s. My dad bought the mobile station, like I said, and we grew a tremendous company out of that. And New Paltz is, that's our roots. That's where we want to be and stay. So whenever we find opportunities here, we grab them. Tim, Katie, you know, we have that building at 184 Main Street. It used to be the Moxie Cupcakes. We're working on a project there. I have Royal King Dry Cleaners in the plaza for the past 20 years. And what a better business to buy in New Paltz than Convenient Deli. It's been here for 45, 50 years. I don't know. I was a customer there, and I'm an old man. So when I was when I say I was a customer there when I was in middle school. So yeah, we're excited about the prospect of the deli and just doing business in this community. It's been great for us.
Yeah, I think you said it so succinctly in that your background, having, you know, grown up with the gas station convenience store. I've heard from several people in our community how, you know, the mobile downtown is our downtown grocery. So it makes a great deal of sense that that, you know, that training has prepared you for Convenient Deli. I mean, Convenient Deli is not a whole lot different. You just don't sell gasoline.
I traded out the pumps for a slicer, Tim.
Yeah. Very interesting. So let's touch on your experience during COVID. Like the timing of all of this. You know, it's interesting because there were several businesses in New Paltz that got started moments before the pandemic really, you know, grabbed onto all of us in March, and you guys were an example. So what was it like? You know, you were scaling the business up, and then all of a sudden you were, you know, had to pump the brakes. How did that feel?
Didn't feel good. We didn't have our seatbelts on.
Yeah, we crashed pretty hard.
Yeah.
We went in with the idea of simple renovations, some cleanliness, painting, changing up shelving. We walked into we had a larger scope of construction to do, more than we thought we would. And so we just really went all out because we had expected a certain number of sales. And March, we opened January 15th, a soft opening. February was like our full month. And then by mid-March, we were like almost shut down, basically. We didn't know what to do. What do you think, Khalil? I mean, it's on its way back.
It was really tough. It was like something I never seen before. You know, how do you plan for a pandemic? You don't, right? You just pray that it never happens again, too. So it was just crazy altogether because it hit in March, and that's when my baby was born. And so it was like two big things all at once. And I'm the managing partner of this location. So I had to manage both like newborn, pandemic, and deli all in one. And I think we got through it. And right now we're on the rise. It was really tough though. I mean, to get people to come into the store was a challenge every day, and they didn't feel comfortable either way. So what we did was we outsourced what we could do. For example, like delivery. We thought, okay, what can we do to get our food out there to office buildings and whoever else is open, or to people's homes? So we decided, we can call Grubhub, we can call some of these other places that are nationwide, but why not think local first? So our first call was Carryout Kings. And we're glad we made that call, because people still to this day order every day from Carryout Kings, which is great. Anything to help and build the community up is.
Yeah, I would interject to say that my cats and I were texting. We made a joke like early COVID, like we've been friends for a long time, but I think our texting has been more in the first few weeks of COVID than ever our entire friendship.
Yeah,
he really stepped up and tried to help businesses get on board with doing that. So I love hearing that about.
Yeah, so that was really beneficial, I mean,
semi-emo moment, Tim. I'm close.
So how did it work in terms of staffing? Like you had plans and expected staffing needs, and then did you have to lay people off, or how did that work, and how's your staffing now?
So I got really lucky with my staff, because a lot of them stuck with me, but all their hours got cut. I was fair with all of them. I said, look, this is how many hours we have for the week that I could budget. And what I'm doing is splitting it between all of you. So they each got an equal share. And I didn't really lose many people. Some people were letting me know that they were going to leave prior to that. And other than that, I didn't lose my steady, good crew that I had. So I was very fortunate to have that, but their hours did get cut, and they understood. And I'm very lucky that they didn't leave.
We made a conscious decision to try to keep everybody on, regardless of the amount of business we had coming in. We wanted to support. We didn't want to just shut our doors and wait for it to be over, or wait for them to tell us we could open. As soon as they said we're essential, said let's keep everybody, give them as many hours as we can. And if we pull out of our pocket for a month or two, we're going to have to. We don't really have a choice. So sales were extremely thin, but we wanted to be able to at least stay open, serve the community in what capacity we could. And I think it's going to pay off. I think Khalil did a great job. He said that he's the managing partner. He is. And let me tell you, we have 3 older brothers, and you're going through this pandemic, and you're seeing your sales go from here down. He took a lot of heat he takes a lot of heat every day.
That's a lot of brothers.
I'm in the kitchen. That's why.
So during COVID, with the thin sales, was there, but were there items that were in demand that were surprising? Like, did you run out of anything?
I think Convenient was the first one to sell masks, right? Because I remember you were the first guys that had N95s, and I was.
You know it.
Yeah.
You know it.
We do have a connection in the industry. So.
A couple of them.
I mean, from the gas station industry, we're able to use those connects to pull some products that were tough to get, that were easily accessible, not easily, but more readily accessible through a larger company. So we were able to grab some masks and gloves.
Toilet paper, all the essentials that people were I guess, going crazy over in the supermarkets, we had the whole time, just waiting for people to come in or do it. I failed to mention that we also did curbside pickup, and that helped too. I mean, everybody kind of resulted to that, right? But you know, that was a big deal. We still get mask orders every day. We got like
Khalil, what was that? Khalil, what was that? That Ulster County program that we got involved with? That was extremely helpful through this.
Project Resilience.
That was extremely helpful to us, and I think we provided them a really good product, and or at least a really good lunch that they requested, and we threw a little extra in there, and they were very helpful through this, with every week putting in an order and allowing us to keep people employed and run.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I think even you guys like went to other communities somewhat, because they used you a good amount, and it wasn't just that your food was used for New Paltz runs. I think there were several restaurants that did a lot and didn't just provide for New Paltz, and I think you were on that list.
Tim, to go back to what you were alluding, like things that were running out of products that were unavailable, we're finding now also that there's certain meats not available, right, Khalil? We're trying to source local turkey, local roast beefs, and different kind of meats. I think. Go ahead, Khalil.
Not necessarily turkey, but definitely like roast beef and pastrami and honey ham, mostly pork and beef products. Our purveyor, Duchess Provisions, is the one who supplies us with all our cold cut meats, all our boar's head products. And they're getting rationed, and we're getting the effects now. You know, we might get one pastrami for a 2-week period. So it's kind of rough. Like today I got surprised, and my surprise was being able to buy 2 honey maple hams. And you know, with my background, I don't even eat pork, but I was like a little kid getting that. So I was all happy and giddy.
The happiest you ever been for pork.
Yeah, exactly. And then, you know, like as a bonus, they'll throw in a pastrami once a month, you know.
Wow.
It's just tough, you know.
So I just have a question about, you know, the deli business in general. Like let's pretend, you know, just hit pause for a second about COVID stuff. Like, what are the most popular items in the deli that we would expect would be popular? But are there any other items that you would think that most people wouldn't expect that you sell a lot of, that you sell a lot of?
That's a tough question. I mean, it's all basically food and drink. We got into the specials game, and, you know, having a daily special, and right now we're kind of picking up. So like whatever we decide to make a special, we'll sell a lot of, but that's all stuff that we make in the deli. Other than that, besides COVID, I would say our candy sales compared to what Kathy's were, the previous owner, definitely went through the roof, because we just focused on what we do in our C stores and applied them here. So our selection was about, you know, 16 feet longer than hers. And if you do like, if you do it by like foot, that's like,
we're pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
Pretty excited about the candy sales.
Right. So is that a big part of it? Like, where you're like, convenient deli has existed for 40 or 50 years, but then, you know, you've basically, you know, taken over an existing business. But, you know, like, what are some other examples of things or ideas that you've taken from your background in like the convenience store space, you know, from the gas stations, that you were able to apply here? Like candy is an example. Are there any other examples that you're just doing differently than convenient had done historically?
So one thing that I noticed, Tim, was that she had 5 beer doors in the the previous owner had 5 beer doors in the cooler. So we just doubled that. Well, almost doubled that. Now it's 8 doors. And we hope to get the sales up in that, but we also got an on-premise beer license where you can consume on premise. And we're hoping, when we first started, we were on board and, you know, kicking tail every day and doing our due diligence to try and get some beer taps right away in the summer because we had the license. But with this whole kickback of COVID, it's looking like everything's getting pushed back. But that was one route that we've never seen Convenient take, by getting an on-premise license and by having substantial seating in the back area for customers to be able to enjoy a drink while they're, you know, eating their food. So we were hoping to go that route. Right now, we don't have any taps, but we tell, you know, our customers, hey, you can consume any alcohol that you purchase.
Not right now.
They can right now if
Not
seating
inside.
open, but not inside.
Oh, right, not
yeah.
inside, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
once,
we
once
also, we also, not just, you know, catering towards the beer and wine, which, like Khalil said, we expanded that. We have a lot of, you know, the small, what are they, microbreweries, and so we have a huge, much larger selection. We
Yes.
expanded the ice cream selection to more what we do downtown and in the mobile station. The grab and go, we expanded tremendously for salads and fruits and different desserts that you could pick up. So we expanded. Mostly she was a convenience store, but she was missing a lot of products. So we just expanded on all of that. And then we also wanted to have, you know, we realized that there's a lot of children that come in, a lot of kids from the middle school and even younger or older. But so Khalil actually put up a couple of game claws. So we have like a game area where you could come and use the claw machine. Surprised at how many people love that claw machine. But so we have
I love to lose money in a claw machine.
But you know, anytime I think about Convenient Deli, I think about being a New Paltz middle school student in the 80s and being super excited to go and check out the video games that were there. And I think you guys said you had some plans to, you know, do some of those retro video games. Is that still in the works?
Yeah, that would be great to get like a 200 game stand-up arcade. That would be, I was searching for it before this, or maybe even pinball machines. We were searching for all that stuff before, you know, COVID. We were going to do so many things, but that kind of, you know, got put on hold. But like you said, thinking about Convenient, you were a middle school kid, and just thinking of that, you know, I cater to them when they come in. I'll change the music, I'll amp them up, you know, but they're great. I can't wait till they're back.
Skateboard parking.
Right. I guess what's
It really
interesting.
opened up the space in the back. It's really nice how, like before, if you didn't know, you didn't even really know that space was back there because
If you didn't know, you didn't go, right?
Listen,
right. I mean, it was definitely like a local on the down low.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a sandwich.
But now it's like right there. You can see it when you walk in. So
for sure.
Yeah, I would say that you probably have not experienced what it's like to run the deli with the middle school, right? Like, it you know, hopefully you'll get to experience that this fall.
Yeah.
So that might seem very different. So, you know, one of the things that I wanted to also share too is like when we reached out to you about doing this call and I said, well, what do you want to talk about? And I was like, Convenient Deli. And you were like, yeah, but call it Convenient Deli and Cafe. Like you were very, you wanted to make a point that that's part of the plan moving forward. So tell us, I mean, you've said something, but tell us a little bit more about cafe ideas.
Yeah, so like we want to have people come to us and sit down and get like a similar experience to what they receive across the street at a nice marketplace like Main Course, right? So we want to serve you, you know, other foods than just deli sandwiches. We don't want to be just slicing meats. We have a full kitchen with a full-time chef. Actually, I have 2 chefs that are and 2 chefs that are, you know, very experienced in their field. I mean, one of them has managed the College Diner for 30 years, so he's ready to cook anything. And And I thank God for that. You know, we are more than just a deli, and we want to be known for more than just a deli. And in the future, we should be able to do some renovations in here to double our seating. So, you know, we're going to take it that route. And
yeah, what
like
you don't
AJ.
see, what you don't see in Convenient is the tremendous back room that we have. In fact, I didn't realize how big it was until we finally went through with the purchase. Like, holy cow, it's like a whole nother store.
Yeah.
So we do have larger plans that, again, you know, they're curtailed because of the pandemic. But as things move forward, we're still in this pandemic, right? It's not gone. So we still have to, you know, we have to weigh ourselves before we start making major changes. But we want you to come in and have your coffee with your friends, enjoy, you know, the fireplace. We got a fireplace there, and just come and chill and relax. It's a place where community can get together, including the kids. And I know a lot of shops, they would shoo kids away, but we don't. Come on in. We don't mind. You know, we have a seat. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Right. So, you know, you had mentioned, you know, your staff with some cooking background. So you got that really decadent burger behind you in the photo there. So we were joking earlier about, like, could that be offered as a vegan version or a beef version? Like, do you have other ideas about like signature dishes that could bring people in?
That burger right there is our first signature dish. That my brothers and I, like, take trips. I would say how many times a year, Amber? Just like randomly throughout the year. Yeah, once a quarter. Once a quarter to go out and, you know, find the best foods and see what we really just find the best burgers. I say foods, but we always resort to burgers.
We're burger guys.
We're burger guys, and we feel like if we have, you know, the best burger in the Hudson Valley, we can really build off of that. And vegan burger, why not? We can see if we can get an Impossible Burger going over here. That's just a challenge for us to you know, overcome and dish out.
And certainly in this community, it's something that we need. Am I getting a lot of feedback?
A little bit.
Yeah. So we talked
Yes,
about some.
There have been promises to get me more vegan things already, Tim. You should know. They know. It's just hard because of
Show them the one that we got.
But they have promised me that there will be more.
Right, and this is your neighborhood grocery in Midtown New
Oh yeah,
Paltz.
the staff knows my order. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they haven't started calling it the KT yet.
Oh, there you go.
But you know. Slap an Impossible Burger on the KT, which inquiring minds want to know. It's a toasted
grill
bagel
market
with
on the
lettuce,
bun.
tomato, avocado, hummus.
We still have to come up with that specialty menu. But absolutely, we got plans for specialty products, and Khalil's been doing a lot of special, like mysteries. We're trying to have fun with it. Mystery specials. You know, come in and good luck.
Good luck. Hope you like it.
You know, we did
Mystery
like a Monte
Monday.
Cristo. We did a special tuna melt, and depending on how they go, they become permanent or not. But so far, I think even through this, I think we've had some pretty good success with the special.
So speaking about the special, right? Like roast beef, honey ham, like I said, and pastrami, we're getting rationed on it. So today's special was something without one of those beef or pork products, was the chicken Philly, because there's more than enough of the chicken product. So that went real well. And that was just like, okay, we can't do a regular Philly. Let's use chicken. If people
want to be here. This is the one we want.
But we do want to be there, yes.
But I have noticed that you have more of the grab and go stuff, including rainbow cake.
Yes.
The best falafel sandwich is on its way too.
Oh wow.
For sure.
You know, so we're Palestinian.
Yep.
Our background, we're Muslim Arabs, and we really know how to make delicious Mediterranean food, just on a at home level. But we're going to extend that into the deli as well.
Wow,
Can't
that
wait
would
for that. Yeah.
that would be fantastic.
Can
So
add it to my repertoire.
So this question is, I'm looking for an answer that's not COVID related, because I know things were incredibly difficult during COVID, but give us an example of something that is very challenging to do when you operate a deli. What's the hardest thing to do, and then how do you manage through that difficult task?
Deal with his brothers.
No, getting everything done on time, like it's just so in comparison to the gas stations, a deli is so much more labor intensive because you have all this food product that takes time. It's like your lettuce has to be fresh every single day, right? So you order these small quantities because you want to guarantee your freshness on your product, right? So like the way it takes time is because you got to have something like called a build to sheet. Let me grab one right here. So even when you're not making an order for something, right, you got to keep track of it. So what we have are like sheets like this, where even when we're not making an order, I got to write down how many we have of something, just for my record. So like, it's just so time consuming because there's so many ingredients in every single thing. Like some people want horseradish on their sandwich, and some people want, KT, you want hummus on your sandwich. I gotta make sure my hummus is fresh.
It always is.
Thanks. Yeah.
And at the same time, you have customers coming in just to buy convenience store items. So you have this convenience store, and then you got two chefs or two other employees rushing to make sandwiches, and you can't go over the top with your labor because you have to make money. So I think it's a little bit rushed, and that's where, when I was joking when I said dealing with his brothers, but in reality, yes, because we're in the convenience store business, the deli adds that extra, that puzzle that he's managing something we've never managed before. We've never managed a deli. So the breakfast rush, the lunch rush, the early evening rush, those things we're not used to, but we can't even get a hold of him for 2-3 hours in the morning because he's running the register and they're cooking sandwiches.
What are the hours like once we return to normal? What are the hours of the shop?
It's exactly how we grew up, 24/7.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So what is the busiest time of day? What's the rushiest rush?
I would say anywhere from 9:30. Well, let's just say from open to close, but
breakfast, right?
I would say so, like from 7:30 to 9:45. Just don't even try and call my phone. From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Don't try and call my phone either. But if you catch me from 9:45 to 10, you're good.
Cool. Okay, so we do these chats for 30 minutes, so we're at our final minute.
Okay.
So any parting thoughts? And this is also the time where you can say something sentimental, and I bet you'll make KT's eyes tear up. So go ahead.
New Paltz, we love you. Thank you for supporting us during this entire time, and we're here to serve you. So stop by anytime. All right. We're open Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Actually, on Friday and Saturday, we decided to extend our hours to 10 p.m. And Sunday, we're open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. But those are all temporary. We plan on going back to 24 hours as soon as the business calls for it. Definitely check out our cheeseburger. We got that special running tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be Friday. So we love you. Thank you for everything.
Cool. Well, great catching up. And I'm really looking forward to checking out the new Middle Eastern food that you're saying is coming. That sounds really.
And there were t-shirts promised. I'm just saying.
What did you say? You said
There
what?
were t-shirts promised.
T-shirts promised.
I
They're
got
coming.
you.
We have them.
We have them.
Stop it.
I got so many stocked up. Oh, be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Please like our pages.
Tell them what it is. Convenient Deli and Cafe.
Yep, Convenient Deli and Cafe.
All right.
Facebook
when you
and
make a
on
mess-
Instagram.
When you make a mess of your clothes, you can come to Royal King Cleaners to get them clean.
Yes, yes.
So you make that burger extra sloppy, right?
Yes.
Yes. I'll halfway wrap it so you go see my brother
Right.
after you see me.
Thanks so much for having us.
That's brilliant cross promotion.
Yes.
Devious.
All right. Thanks, gentlemen.
Thanks,
All right,
guys.
thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.